Build 24 of Grim Dawn added in this faction menu, and Build 25 completely updated what the factions and the reputation system in this game are, and it's pretty cool. So what happens with reputation is, for factions you're friendly with, you'll build up a green bar. For factions you're not friendly with, you'll build up this red bar. Factions that you're friendly with start with, I think it's like tolerated or something. And then it builds up to friendly, respected, honored, and way at the end is revered. These all carry discounts at the, I think it's all of the, wait, is it all of these guys? Yes, you'll get a faction discount at all of the merchants. And then each level will give you access to something new at the faction quartermasters. For Devil's Crossing, the quartermaster is right here. He's Ellis. For friendly, you just have these two items here, and this is pretty much the same setup for everyone. There's friendly, respected, honored, and revered. And you can sell stuff to these guys. They're basically a merchant. But each level has new things in it. So it'll generally be like these it'll be like two items here that are, you know, they're consumables that give you a bonus. The next tier up will have augments for your character and plans. Some of the plans are unique, like the Devil's Cord here. And then the augments are all different for each one, and we'll look at that in a second. Honored gives you access to the faction weapons and armor. And these are sets of gear that they aren't really like sets, but they're sets of gear that are sort of themed around the place you're at, and they all do different things. So, like, say the Devil's Cover here is elemental damage, and it's mostly, you know, a caster thing. But at different places, they're going to be different things as well, and it's all fixed. So you're always going to have like the Devil's Bargain for the Aether thing here, and Devil's Cover, and Devil's Shoulder Guard, and Devil's Spaulders, because they're all going to be the same no matter where you are. This is people from just resetting the game and going for the gear. But, the gear here, it is useful depending on your build. And I don't have anything on, you know, my playthrough character presently, because I haven't actually looked for cold gear yet. But my Aether guy is already using the Devil's Bargain, and I'm trying to get him up to Revered so he can get the Devil's Wrath Seal. And in Revered, there are going to be better augments, and then accessories. And then also under Revered are these two writs, and these writs, you can give them to your other characters so that they will build reputation faster. It basically helps you, like, not have to go through the process of getting revered every single time slowly. This basically doubles what you can get with it, and you just throw it in your transfer stash to use with other characters. The augments, it looks like, yeah, the augments are all soulbound, and they'll make an item soulbound when you put it in, which means you can't put it in your transfer stash, and I don't even think you can trade it. So this is Ellis the Quartermaster, and then there's also in this game, like Diablo 3, bounties. And the three locations right now that you have bounty tables at have bounties, and you say take a look at the bounty, and it'll give you, you know, the background of the quest. In this case, it's look for Neloth the Frostbound. And you can accept it, decline it, or you can hit skip. And skipping will basically switch to your next bounty. I think decline does the same thing. In this case, it would be deliver scrap for repairs, which is a very easy one to do if you have a lot of scrap. So you go here. Oh yeah, if you hit decline, it just closes the window. If you hit skip, it'll switch to the next thing. But yeah, it's like you just hit accept, and then you come back to the bounty table after you do whatever you need to do, and report in. Bingo bango, you get reputation, you get experience, you get iron, and you get 5,000 experience, which is not an insignificant amount of experience. So bounties are pretty good. At least I would think would be pretty good for leveling up a character, especially if they're a go fight things bounty. So this is Devil's Crossing is obviously right there. Then you have the Rovers, who are in this camp right here. And the Rover Quartermaster is Keeper Unkala, Rover Keeper of Artifacts, and they have the same thing. The Rovers have gear that is very, let's see. Yeah, the augments, oh, there's a cold damage one I think I'm going to need to get for this guy. Yeah, the augments obviously are different for every place, but like I mentioned, fixed. So the Rovers have a lot of pet stuff. The Warari stuff. There's a lot of pet stuff, so the Warari Shoulder Guard and the Warari Cuirass have bonuses to pets. And it looks like they have some acid stuff. Cold damage, acid, poison, pets. Eternal trauma damage, that's for fighting characters. So they got cold as well. Cold, poison, bleeding, chaos. That's a neat offhand. Excuse me. So and then their respected stuff are, you know, it's going to be the same for everyone in what they provide. But the damages and... Oh, there's an Aether ring there as well. I should probably get that one going for my Aether guy too. Yeah, so like if you really want for Revered with the Rovers, it's definitely what you would want for pet characters, and it looks like Warlocks would benefit a lot from it too. And then they have their writs and mandates as well. So next up, we're gonna run over to Homestead. Now Homestead is interesting right now because there's its bounty. Oh, I didn't point out the bounty table in the Rover camp. You know, I really wish I had a teleport in this game, because there is Shadow Strike. I mean, I don't have Shadow Strike on this guy, but there is Shadow Strike. But it's not the same as just a flat teleport that I would really love to have. So here's the Rover bounty table. Now you need to get to respected to be able to access the bounty table for that group of people. So yeah, this guy's almost at respected, and he can get that by going out and killing undead, the undead heroes that are sort of like, mostly I think I'd go here for it. But I think Steps of Torment would also be a great place to get your undead boost up for that. For Devil's Crossing, you know, okay, I normally don't go on huge digressions in the in-depth playthrough, but I almost said Shrouded Hills. For whatever reason, I went Arcanum in my brain there for a second. Now, Homestead is unique in that there's two Quartermasters here right now, and I have a feeling they're going to move the Black Legion Quartermaster. But the Whitfield here is the Homestead Quartermaster, and Homestead, I believe it's a lot of like, it's stuff that sounds like farmer stuff, or derpadurn stuff, like Raincaller, Potent Dermapterin stuff. And you know, they have like, you know, harvest themed, solar, harvest. It's all harvest, solar. So they're very like sun and fields type of items here. So lots of fire. Expect lots of fire. Lots of fire and lots of poison. Oh, a quest. Yeah, that was another one. I think it required you to raise your reputation to get that quest accessed. And then over here is Thorn, the Black Legion Quartermaster, who I can't really buy anything from yet. But I really want to in my Aether guy. And I think right now this is just to show you what you can get in the future from him, rather than what you can actually take right now. So he's like, oh, we're gonna, when you get access to Fort Icon, that's when that's gonna be a thing. But Homestead's bounty table is right here. Obviously, I'm not respected here, so I can't access it yet. And there's a new little note right there. Anyways, that would be all of the new stuff for the faction system in build 25. They added in one new area, which we're going to run into next. But that is going to be next time. As I go through the Arkavian Undercity, just building up my rover reputation for this guy, I realized I forgot about another aspect of the faction system. That is, positive factions give you things like discounts on the shops and, you know, the faction quartermaster. The factions you're negative against, the undead, ethereals, and Cronley's gang, all that stuff results in sort of negative bonuses. And what happens is, when you hit despised, extra spawns happen. When you hit hated, additional hero spawns happen. This means you'll get more heroes, which means more hero loot stashes, which means more loot. And finally, there's Nemesis. Nemesis is like the opposite of Revered. And Nemesis gives you Nemesis spawns. I have no faction on any character right now anywhere near Nemesis. But Nemesis spawns are basically like Uber bosses from Diablo. They're just randomly spawning ultra powerful bosses that will absolutely ruin your day, or so I've been told. Or so I've heard, I should say. And, yeah, I would love to do a video for each Nemesis spawn, but it's going to take forever to build up my various characters' dislikes of all the factions. It's going to require just lots and lots and lots of hero killing, and then, like, lots and lots and lots of just killing just the trash enemies, because the trash enemies do, as you kill them, I think it's probably one reputation point per enemy killed, and it's just going to take forever with all of the factions to get it to the point where I can effectively show off all the nemesises. And then it's probably actually going to be my Aether guy that does them all. Not this guy. Even though this is my quote-unquote playthrough character. Am I friendly? Rovers. I'm still friendly. So I'm 106 away from having respected as the status with rovers. And it's just from killing undead. And like I mentioned, the Arkavian Undercity and the Steppes Torment are great for killing undead. So anyways, that was the additional thing I forgot to mention. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it informative as to what the faction system is and what it does. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.